Mr. Bush, President Bush, there has been a second monkey that has fallen off the bed.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Hot Pass podcast. If I really do keep it in as the cold open, I did the thing again where I played a little bit of the music.
And I'm pissed.
Hell yeah.
I'm pissed.
If I keep in the cold open, that's me flipping out at these guys. I'm sorry about that to everybody.
He's not sorry. He does it to us every time.
No, I'm sorry to the audience. I'm not sorry to the two of them.
And I'm pissed. I'm extremely pissed.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
Okay.
I'm over it.
I'm not, but
That's
okay.
good that
I'm over it.
you're over
I'm
whatever you had to be over.
All right, whatever. Shut up. Shut up and look at our cups.
Everyone, I was about to say the same thing. Look at our Halloween sippy cups.
Are we so cute? Are we so cute and adorable?
It's just water, and people may be thinking I'm saying that ironically, but it legitimately is just water.
It's legitimately just piss.
And this water's making me feel some type of way.
All right. Thanks, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
They even have little lids for the
They have
straws.
little condoms.
So that way, if we accidentally dump it upside down, it doesn't spill.
Look, it doesn't even spill a little bit.
The lid just pops off.
It's actually not spilling
Guys,
at all.
look, it doesn't even spill at all.
If I pull the
Dude,
straw...
Dude, Trevor, look, mine's
Why is
awesome.
Yours sucks. The lid isn't closed.
Mine doesn't
Dip
spill
ass.
at all.
There, now...
I hope that gets got on the GoPro.
Yeah,
That's me for real right now.
Yeah.
That is you.
Because
All right.
Trevor's pissing and I'm pissed.
All right, everyone shut the hell up, please.
Past tense.
Everyone shut up, please.
Okay.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Trevor, you had some welding horror stories to share?
Yeah,
We're no intro, no form to this. It's late. It's 9:19.
Fridges have been bought. Things have not worked out.
It's cold as in here. Propane heater accidentally got turned off. Didn't have time to turn it back on.
That's 2 episodes in a row, baby.
Yeah, woo! And
I'm cold and I'm pissed.
We've been arguing for about 35 minutes. So
I put it way higher than that.
yeah, so this is gonna be a hell of an episode. So yeah, just right into it. Welding horror stories, go.
All right. Well, no, I'm gonna intro.
No, go.
No. So that we thought for the Halloween episode we'd kind of do a little Halloween spooky sort of deal and do some welding horror stories because
Get a little spooky with it.
we're getting spooked by our cups and we're getting into the Halloween spirit.
Can you read
as
the
they
story?
say.
Hang on.
Can you read the story?
I will, except I'm, as usual, trying to make this a good podcast.
Can you read the story?
Read the story, Trevor.
If this wasn't water, I would be so belligerent right now.
I would be through.
In theory, if I was of age and this happened to be alcohol, I would be belligerent.
I would
See,
be.
people are gonna think it's not just water with these jokes.
Yeah,
it sounds like
it's seriously what. Should I just open it
I mean,
up?
they saw that it was clear. I guess clear.
I don't need not water to be pissed.
That's why I'm gonna need you to stop.
Here. Oh God, dude, I can't get it off.
Are you trying to play footsies right now?
Hey, look, that's water. That's water. Don't mind what these guys over
Now
here
you
say.
have
That's
to
water.
chug it without a face so that everyone knows that it's just water.
Dude, I keep moving my foot away from Trevor to keep playing footsies.
Ah.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
That accomplished our goal.
That's some insane not water.
Yeah, no, it's water. All right.
Hey,
Anyways,
keep the cup visible. That's the whole point. You gotta have the theme going because we're doing a themed episode to get more plays.
Yeah, baby.
hey, look, we Halloween.
Halloweener.
All right, so
Happy swallow
welding
wiener.
horror stories.
Halloweener in your mouth. Yo,
Okay,
Trevor, what's
dude,
the
you're making Dad mad. Please. Sorry, Trevor.
All right, so
Dad go?
the theme of the episode is spooky season and everything. So we're doing welding horror stories, as I said earlier. So I found a couple, also known as one, welding horror story.
Heck
And
yeah.
I'm going to be looking them up as we talk about them.
Okay.
So, the first one, well, I was thinking also, we need to talk about that one thing that happened on the oil rig that the Mr. Ballin podcast talked about. Remember when
That he got. Yep, I know
okay.
exactly what you
Yeah,
mean.
we'll
Oh my
retell that.
god.
idea what it is.
Okay, no.
Well, you're
Now I'm
gonna-
actually hyped for this episode. Now that I know we're talking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Love Mr. Ballin. By the way, shout out Mr. Ballin podcast. Please
really good story.
shout us out.
That'd be awesome. He's a good storyteller.
Best storyteller, honestly.
Let's see. So, to preface this one, I wanted to ask you guys, if you were welding on something that was an enclosed tank and it held fuel, what would be your first course of action?
Drain the fuel.
And then anything else? Just
Making sure there's air coming in.
That ventilation. That's
Jeez
insane.
Louise.
That's for
wait. I want to see if it's picking up.
Oh, there
Oh, it's done. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but someone just pulled up outside.
I hope
with
they
some
can hear
banging
that.
bass.
Because that's hilarious.
That was incredible.
There's subwoofers were like blowing.
They were
I-
they were whooping hard.
Yeah, it's shaking
The
my
dogs
brain.
were barking.
Them subs were whooping.
It's shaking my brain stem right
yeah,
now.
I'll tell you what, them subs were whooping.
Anyway,
No,
so if you were welding on an enclosed tank that held fuel, you would drain the fuel and make sure there's regular air inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
oxygen.
So how? I said make sure there's air getting in there, as
Yeah.
in you're going to be inside of it. I don't know how big this is. How big is
Oh,
it?
like a fuel tank. Like
Let's say
say
like
propane
one that
tank,
pops on the back of a truck.
or just
Okay.
Yeah, I would drain the fuel.
wash it
And
out.
wash it out.
Make
Yeah.
sure there's no more fuel.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. The unfortunate explosion.
Yep. No, exactly what this is going.
Uh-oh.
I really wonder what's gonna happen.
That's
All right.
probably not a good idea.
Here we go. The unfortunate explosion. A welder was working on a fuel tank that he believed was empty and safe to weld. Unfortunately, he did not realize that fumes were still present inside the tank. When he began welding, the fumes ignited, causing a violent explosion that resulted in severe injuries.
Yep, makes sense.
This tragic event highlights the importance of thoroughly cleaning and ventilating any containers that held flammable substances before welding.
Yep.
So you probably
Checks
could
out.
have seen where that was going.
So, why would you ever assume that thing has been empty and cleaned out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not a very good thing to assume. Especially
Assuming
that.
anything in welding
It
always will burn you.
it is progressively getting so cold
Get it?
here.
It is getting pretty cold.
I'm freezing my ass off.
Well, you need to get some meat on those bones.
Okay. Yeah, let's get real sensitive here.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't really hit that deep. So
Yeah, dude. I have anorexia.
I'll
Don't
refrain.
even.
So do you want to record on the podcast us walking through the ladies through lighting the propane tank?
Oh yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny.
All right,
Alright.
ladies.
All right, ladies.
Angie, stand up.
Someone, the chosen one, stand up. All right.
Oh,
it's-
she is the chill.
Wow.
Very
It's
bold.
Angie. This is
Very
actually
bold.
probably a pretty good move. All right.
Angie, say hello real loud.
This is probably a good move. I don't know if this is a good move.
All right. Now you see the toolbox. No. Other way. You see the toolbox here?
Yep.
Go to the bottom left drawer. That one. Open
Big
it.
one. Yep.
You see a yellow torch?
Okay.
Push
Hold the
this
There
tor-
you go.
Hold the torch up. Push. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
step
don't-
one.
Angie,
Close.
Now go to
Angie.
the tank.
Be careful, please.
Do I have to turn it on?
You're gonna
Yes,
press.
yes.
You're gonna press. There's a little button on the
It's
side of
gold?
it.
Yes.
Press it and hold it.
Okay.
Not for very long, and then when you do that, Angie's gonna press
How close?
Push just like right up to the.
super close.
Like
it won't
right
explode.
here?
Yeah.
Hold it, Caitlin. You gotta hold the button.
Oh, I thought you told me not for very long.
No, just hold it until it lights.
That should probably be good.
Yeah, turn it.
Good,
Turn
good.
off the.
Hang on.
Oh wait, do I have to turn this on?
Yes, you have to open
Turn
the
it to
tank.
high.
No, it's already all the way open. She just moved.
No,
there's
I
this-
didn't. I turned it off.
Okay,
turn
turn
it to high.
Okay, one more time.
This is awesome
All right.
for the pod.
I'm afraid to explode.
You gotta hold it for a
It
sec
didn't
after Caitlin.
Okay.
Okay, Angie, you're good.
It-
Okay, now let go. Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
They
officially
did it.
have a huge
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Oh yeah, don't you have an applause on there?
podcast. No, our studio audience will just give us a little round of applause.
Wait, we have to applaud
Get that
ourselves.
shit out of here.
Yay.
Alright. We have heat, baby. Alright, so you want to hear the next welding horror story?
I will end you. Dude, don't make me do what I did in your
Dude,
booth.
I will end you.
Do you want me to have a round 2 of what happened in your booth?
We don't talk about that.
I think we're gonna have to talk about that today. Actually.
No,
Yeah, including horror stories. Let's tell what happened
Okay, tell
in
your
John's
horror
booth.
story.
no, that wasn't.
What
Tell
happened?
your horror
It
story.
wasn't a horror story.
What happened,
It
buddy?
was an everyday occurrence.
What
It
did
was
you
for
do?
Wyatt's poor eyeballs.
Okay. Well, Wyatt was being a little head.
What, right?
As usual. So I had to serve him something.
Uh-huh.
So I went into his booth while he was standing there, and his electrode holder, aka stinger, was hung on its hook, and it still had a stick electrode in it. And as soon as that electrode touches the metal, it'll spark, and it'll like blind you for a second. Give you what's called arc
Okay, what
flash.
did you do?
I threw it onto your piece of pipe, and it arc flashed and gave you a giant arc strike across your pipe.
Okay.
And then I ran out and hid in my booth, trying to hide in like the corner of my booth, like behind the pipe, so I
Okay.
could try to defend, and it didn't work.
What did I do?
You came in and you just started straight like it was as if I stole the special needs kids juice box.
Okay.
That special needs kids like extremely strong.
So what did I do?
You were punching the shit out of me, and then
Okay.
you acted like you did nothing.
I
was like,
did.
You don't know how strong you are,
I
buddy.
did exactly what I needed to do.
I was there. Gavin, every punch, Gavin's whole body shook like it was experiencing an earthquake.
Yeah, this guy was railing on me.
It-
Whoa,
Well,
whoa.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Hang
back
on.
up.
My
Anyways,
bad.
I need a sip of water after that one.
it was definitely quite the retaliation, but well deserved.
All right, well, let's get on to the Mr. Ball and little horror story.
No, we're gonna intermingle.
Oh,
So one that I read, and then one that we just talk about, and then one that I read, and then one that we just talk about.
okay.
So these titles are like you spoil the whole story.
Okay.
The time the garage caught fire.
Dude, I wonder what happens in this story.
Yeah, I know. What the
Dude,
heck?
I'm
This
curious.
is
I
on
don't
the
know what
Welder Facts website. Welding horror stories. Learn from these costly mistakes.
Try to guess what it's about.
happened. I don't know.
One DIY welder decided to work on a project in his garage,
DIY, great idea.
believing he had taken all necessary safety precautions. Why does this always? There's always a preface that they like
Yeah.
were
Doing
they
the
thought
right
they
thing.
were fine.
Yeah.
However, he didn't realize that some flammable materials were nearby.
So he didn't do the right thing.
During the welding process, sparks flew and ignited the materials, causing a fire. Luckily, he managed to put out the fire before it caused significant damage. The lesson here is to always ensure your work area is free of flammable materials and follow the importance of safety and welding guidelines to avoid such accidents.
That was
That
not
was
a
a
good story.
horrible story. That
Yeah.
happens to all of us. That's a common
I know.
occurrence.
Once I was out welding at a super expensive house, millions of dollars, and that I was literally
And I
just
burned
welding.
it down.
Pretty much.
Oh.
I was welding
Oh.
over just like a swept up pile of sawdust, and it just the whole pile caught fire.
Did you guys burn something?
Angie, did
No.
the chair catch on fire?
No, I was getting rocks on my seat.
Okay.
Great time to do that right during the pod, right? Yeah, no, great timing on that, Ange.
Also, thank you for dinner, Angie.
Oh yeah, thanks for dinner, brother.
Yeah, dude, that tasted just like panda. You're such a good cook.
Screw you.
Yeah, where'd you get the panda
Huh.
styrofoam?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's weird. Anyways,
Anyhow.
on to an actual good story. That was horrendous.
That was a
I
terrible
caught on fire.
That was
My
a
shirt,
bad one.
dude, I should be on this, dude. I've got a Budweiser shirt that has my whole belly burnt out of it because I caught on fire while welding.
Dude,
And now
okay.
it's a crop top.
I'm just gonna read
Well, it
some
is
of
gay.
these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read some of these titles. The painful sunburn from welding. Okay, spoiled.
Wow.
This one just sucks. The project that went terribly wrong.
Huh.
Wow.
They're like, he put a weld in the wrong spot and he had to grind it.
The weld
Oh,
that wasn't
dear.
strong enough.
A weld cracked.
it's
Oh.
it's like what's that book? The little train engine that could or something.
Oh yeah.
The weld that
It's like a
wasn't
Dr.
strong
Seuss. It's like Dr. Seuss wrote these stories.
Yeah, for sure. But That's all I have on that website. I'll keep looking if you want to talk about this.
Yeah, this is actual real horror story. Viewer discretion is kind of advised on this one.
They weld over here.
Yeah, no,
They weld over there. They weld until their hair catches on fire. Dr. Seuss.
Thank you for.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
You did good job.
Thanks, guys.
You did good job.
Thanks, guys.
That was awesome.
All right,
Thanks,
well,
guys.
back to the adult stuff. This guy named Mr. Ballin on YouTube was
Ballen.
Yeah.
He's not like
not like
I'm
Ballin.
balling logic.
Ballin.
Yeah, that sucked. Continue.
All right, but anyways, so he's kind of doing just horror stories out in the ocean, and one of them, it was like the theme for the episode. One of them was on an oil rig, and it was a welder, right? I think it was one of the rig welders. He was repairing the cylinder.
I can't remember. No, it wasn't a cylinder. He was repairing something. I can't remember. It might have been just replacing hardware or something. He was repairing something.
But which is all encompassed in like being a welder and out on those those areas. Well, he was like below the main deck, and on those oil field decks, there's just where the guys stand to like hook everything up and all that. There's a small hole where the drill bits go down, and that small hole's like only what?
It was a 10
inch diameter hole. And he was down below. Well, they had the only way to harness him down to replace the stuff below the deck was through that hole with the cable going through that hole.
With an operator. So there was an operator with buttons, a winch that lowered down through this 10-inch hole. He hooks his harness to the winch
below
and gets winched up to where the repair is, which is below this 10-inch hole.
Yeah, and so he's working on it, and didn't like something just malfunction?
No. So here's what happened.
I can't remember it too well, so I don't want to.
He repairs it, and so the repair is done. He's done it. He needs to come down, so he signals to the people just above the hole, who signal to the operator. And so the people signal to the operator, bring him down. The operator presses a button, starts bringing him up. Operator stands up, starts doing something else. So the people see that he starts going up, and the guy notices that he starts going up towards this 10-inch diameter hole.
Yeah, and he's just in a harness.
At the waist.
Yeah.
Not like a full harness, like just at the waist. So essentially what happened is they could not get up to the controls or get a hold of the operator in time, and this man's body got pulled from the waist through a 10-inch hole. Like...
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, this is a real story.
Yep. Obviously, he passed away. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
how?
That's a real horror story.
So, here's my question. If you're an operator and you're, bringing people up and down and all that kind of stuff, why would you step away?
I don't know. He must have...
That guy had to have got charged with murder.
Oh, something.
Homicide.
It fired at least.
Oh,
I
dude, no,
would
there's
sure hope
legal
so.
implications with that. Can you guys just do your own thing and let us podcast? Can you guys please just let us podcast?
I was showing this was 10 inches.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
For Angie and I.
Are you guys referring to...
Not
Cutting
funny,
all
dude.
this.
Not funny.
Anyways,
all right.
Alright, we need a hard cut, so we need silence before we continue. Yeah, so that's a pretty bad story right there.
It's pretty horrendous. I mean,
It's like genuinely awful.
That's-
picture.
Yeah, that's why I give viewer discretion.
Yeah, that,
for-
that poor guy. That should have never actually ever happened.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
imagine that. Like, I have no. It's just
Nope.
That sucks.
Imagine telling the family that.
I know.
Yeah,
Like,
I would never want to know. I would just be like,
he passed
I
away.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, and I mean, to get on to some other horror stories, just to kind of get away from that morbid one a little bit. I mean, this one isn't much better, but there was a guy that was using wire wheels are scary, honestly.
very.
Wire wheels are scary, especially when you don't have the guard on. Wire wheels can be pretty scary because they grab onto any sort of cloth,
Oh,
they
yeah.
just suck you in.
Yeah.
And
It'll probably happen to anyone.
oh yeah, it will help you. It will happen to you. Like I ruined a sweatshirt that way, and it caught me in the stomach, and it literally feels like you're getting punched.
I've
And
got,
that's a 4-inch grinder.
I've got a few scars from wire wheel.
Oh yeah, they're bad. And so I heard of a story where this guy was using a I can't remember if it was a 6 or a 9. I don't think they make wire wheels. Yeah, they make wire wheels for the 9. Yeah, so I think it was the 9, and he had a wire wheel on it, and it was an iron worker, and he's just wire wheeling his weld, and he brings it down, and this is sorry for the dudes, but he brought it down and it caught up into his jeans, and that 9-inch grinder has so much power.
Yeah, dude, that's hard to stop.
It ripped his jeans completely off and caught something else with it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Caught the old Smoky.
It was brutal. That happened.
Little Smoky.
Little Smoky.
At my last job, one of the guys there that used to be in the welding industry was telling me that he was like at that site when it happened,
Oh,
Really?
no.
and I was like, "Dude,
Wow.
no."
Yeah, I've never got too bad, but my coworker Byron once, he was using one of those big cup ones.
I remember.
When you first started,
I
we were
remember
having
when
the
that
wire
happened.
wheel, those rusty beams.
Yep.
He got a big, it was like a cup wire wheel, except it was like
It was
big.
for the 7-inch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they were like uncontrollable, and we had them on our 4.5-inch grinders, which was
Holy-
not fun.
Dude.
So
Yeah,
we
I
had to
remember-
wire wheel the web and flange. Of
I remember
all those
doing
beams.
all those beams out there and just how much that
happened
thing
to
would
him?
yank you around and
Yeah.
throw you around. They beat you up.
Yeah, well, no. So it jumped off something, hit him in the stomach, tore up his stomach a little bit, and ruined his shirt. But yeah, it was scary.
He was bleeding
he was
pretty
shaking
good.
because it's scary.
Oh, it's definitely scary, dude. The scariest one that I've had that luckily I wasn't actually injured at all, but it was probably the most terrifying one was when I was cutting the body mount on my Forerunner back, and down there's an angle grinder and a skinny wheel. And those things will just explode, and they can
Oh, yeah.
go. They can go through bone. I mean, like that's a projectile.
It's scary.
I mean, they can kill you.
Oh yeah.
No, have you seen the pictures of them lodged in people's faces?
Oh yeah, dude. And if it hits you like right in the head, it could hit your brain and kill you.
Yeah.
And so I'm cutting, and it kind of walks to the side a little bit, and it just goes poof and blows up. And I felt something. I closed my eyes and kind of like clinched up a little bit, and I felt something hit my chest when that happened, and like hard, like thunk. And I felt no pain, and I was like, "Don't tell me I just lodged a piece of this skinny wheel into my chest." And I like didn't even open my eyes for a little bit, and I looked down, and it's just like hanging in my sweatshirt, and my sweatshirt had stopped it.
That's so scary.
But I thought I just impaled myself with it. Like I prepared myself before I opened my eyes.
That's funny you say that because I had the same exact thing happen, except the part of it is my own dumb decisions. But I was cutting some all thread into pieces, and I had my 4.5-inch grinder, and I had like 5 inches left of a 7-inch cutting wheel. I was holding the all thread with one hand and holding the grinder with the other, so it wasn't super stable, and I didn't have a glove on. And so I'm cutting, and it explodes. I shut my eyes, and I just feel burning on the back of my fingers. I'm like, I just shredded the whole back of my hand. I'm about to look down and see bone. But thankfully, it just like slapped the skin.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of red, had a couple little cuts, but I could feel it, and I was like, this feels like shock. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but
Yeah.
this could be really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing, kind of similar, happened to me. You remember when we were cutting all those posts out of those concrete?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was using a used up 7-inch on
Yeah.
my 4.5, and
We do that too often.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's only one way to learn on that one, but
Yeah.
you live and learn.
Yeah.
Not to do that, and it blew up. I felt it not graze, but I felt it hit my leg. I was like, dude, if that hit an artery,
Yeah.
I'm dying right here. This is it.
Dude,
I looked down, and it cut through my pants, and it cut the very top of my skin. Like it was open and
That's
pretty
scary.
good, but like, yeah, man, skinny wheels are
They're horrifying.
scary,
They
dude.
scare me. I make the dumbest faces when I'm using a skinny wheel.
Oh,
'cause I'm
dude,
like,
because I'm terrified the whole time.
Oh yeah, the whole
Yeah.
time I think it's blown up.
Yeah.
yeah,
But-
for sure.
The whole artery thing reminded me of another horror story that our instructor told us.
The closer we get to like actual blood talking about, the more queasy I'm gonna get. I just want you to know. I'm not
Okay.
a wuss, so you can say it.
Okay.
I just want you to know that my feet are gonna start feeling really uncomfortable in my shoes.
Yeah. All right. I think that's autism.
Could be. You never know.
All right. Our instructor was working with a guy on a lumber
Lumber rack.
on the lumber rack, and the guy was talking about how he was out there one day working on this lumber rack, and he's doing something. He's got his chisel, and when you use a chisel a ton, you're beating it with a hammer. It mushrooms out at the top, like
Yeah.
it kind of like metal
It's sharp.
shards.
Oh,
yeah, because it's
no.
hardened,
It's
and the
sharp.
shards like shard out.
Chisel shards are.
Have you not heard this story?
I've heard stories about.
You haven't heard this story that the instructor told us?
I haven't heard it.
I don't think so.
What? Maybe I'm the only one that's heard this. But yeah, so it's like sharding out and there's shards at the top. And he's just beating on it all day. And one time he's beating on it and he sees a little piece of it. He didn't even see it. He just like felt something hit his leg and saw that a piece had came off of the chisel. And he like looks at his leg and there wasn't anything much there. And he's like, all right, whatever. And he works the rest of his day. Gets back to his place, and he's taking his. He's got coveralls. He's got pants and then coveralls over. He takes off his coveralls and his jeans. The entire left leg is just soaked in blood. The entire left leg.
That sucks.
And so he takes off his pants, and he realizes that shard had literally gone through the coveralls, through his jeans, and deep into it, like embedded way into his leg, like inches. And when he went to the doctor because he was scared. He's like, yeah, I lost a lot of blood. Like, he was actually kind of scared about it. And, I mean, it takes a lot to scare a welder about an injury. But he was like, all right, I'm going to the doctor. And the doctor told him that if it was, like, an eighth of an inch to the left or the right, it would have hit an artery, and he would have bled out in 2 minutes. That little tiny shard hitting an artery, he was an eighth inch away from dying from a tiny little metal sliver.
That's insane.
It's insane. These arteries, here, and here, can kill you in like 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Each one of them. If
Yeah.
someone cuts you right here, you're gone.
Yeah. Has Crit? I'm not gonna finish that. Has the shop aide ever told you about the boiler incident?
Huh.
He didn't tell you that?
No.
Oh my gosh. So he was out on a job where they're doing a repair on a boiler, and he was either, I don't want to say oxyfuel in it because that would be a bad idea too, but he opened up something, and those boilers, they're at super, super high pressure.
Yeah.
And it's hot. Really hot.
Oh, yeah.
And it opened up, and it just bellowed, not bellowed, but like pissed out everything that was in there.
Wow.
And peeled him like a potato. And he died right there.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah.
Holy
Peeled him
insane.
like a freaking potato.
dude, that's like, this is kind of not welding related, but just kind of those freak incidents that are actually like way more dangerous than people think they are. Actually, Caitlin's roommate Katie, her boyfriend Blake, told me about this because he's a heavy equipment operator, he works for excavation and stuff. He was telling me about on a job site, one of the mechanics was out there, and one of their big excavators had sprung a leak. Like, but it was just a tiny little leak, like a pinhole in one of the hydraulic lines. And so it just pissed in this tiny itty bitty, like a 1,000th of an inch stream coming out that you can barely see. And he's trying to find where it's actually coming from, because they can read they're losing pressure because those systems are so touchy.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to find it. He's feeling up the line, and he feels up the line, and he runs his hand over that pinhole, and it takes his two first fingers completely off,
Oh my goodness.
because
Jeez.
The pressure.
the hydraulic pressure coming out of those lines is like 90,000
That's
psi.
insane.
And so it's basically a water jet coming
Yeah.
out of there. And so when he slid his fingers over it, it just went right through him.
Oh my goodness.
And it was so fast, it cauterized it immediately and just boom, right off.
That sucks. All right, let's get away from the maiming.
Okay.
The what?
The people getting maimed.
What's maim?
Very, very hurt.
Oh,
Like, unrecognizably.
oh. Well, I think he got his fingers reattached because it's such
Well,
a clean cut.
I don't know. This is a bit of an exaggerative word.
I don't want it.
But, yeah.
Is it okay if I put my mic down and fill up some water?
But, Yeah, so I have a couple more, just kind of more lighthearted stories
Okay.
that aren't quite as life changing in several ways. But there's one about chip and slag. So for anyone who doesn't know, slag is the like protective coating that solidifies over the weld metal when you're welding with certain processes.
Yeah.
And then you chip it off once you're done welding, and it reveals the weld metal. This guy on this random website says, in high school welding, 1986, I was wearing a synthetic material hockey jersey under my coveralls. A piece of slag went down my shirt and melted it to my chest.
Oh wow.
That's insane. Like melted the
Yeah.
because another crazy story that's not really related to welding. My science teacher in 6th grade told us this story of, I think it was that teacher. That doesn't really matter, but told us this story. She was a EMT for a while. I'm good for now. But she was on this call and it was a motorcycle crash. And this guy was wearing like a, what's it called? Windbreaker. And it was like synthetic material, so it melted. And so he slid along the road, and that the whole sleeve of the windbreaker melted and like shrink wrapped to his arm. And the only way they could remove it was literally sanding it off with the skin.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
dude.
Isn't that
Jeez.
insane?
That's awful.
To get
So
back,
like, same thing really is the synthetic material melting onto the skin. They had to have done something similar because it's kind of combining with your skin at that point.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's a little more lighthearted one. I guess it still kind of burns on the skin. Actually happened to me when I first started welding. First got my first wire feed. I didn't really totally believe in the whole like it was welding would like burn the shit out of you,
Oh yeah,
like sunburn you. I didn't think it would
yeah.
really do that.
I have the line on my arm from Flux Core the other day
Yeah,
because I wore a t-shirt.
yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. And so I'm sitting there in shorts and I'm sitting on a shop stool and I'm welding on this kayak trailer I'm building and it's right between my legs, like at knee height. It's basically at knee height between my legs and I'm sitting in this shop chair, shorts on, and I wear shorts, so it's like mid thigh, like upper mid thigh is where the shorts are hitting. So everything down is just bare skin. And I'm welding there and I didn't think anything of it. And then I get done, I like do 2 thick uphill beads. And I step away from it and I like look at my legs and my legs are just beet red. Just
Yeah.
beet red. Next couple days, all the way from like my upper inner thigh all the way to my ankle was water blistering and fully sunburnt, and
Jeez.
all the skin on the inside of my legs peeled off. Like it was like the craziest sunburn I've ever had just on the insides of my legs.
I don't know if there's any like scientific fact behind this, but I bet you that enough of that gives you skin cancer.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Like I've really started, besides the other day, I've really started always covering up
When
my
did you do
arm.
flux core with the at work?
At work, yeah. I was just doing a couple brackets, so my gloves go up to here, and my t-shirt was here, so it was just this section. I was like, it's not that much welding. Got a pretty good burn, but yeah. And like when I first started my job, I had like probably, I mean, you can still kind of see my skin isn't really what it's supposed to look like. It's kind of like dried out in
Yeah.
comparison to my other arm. Oh, I'm all ashy on the other arm, but you can kind of see the pores aren't really the same.
A little bit
Huh.
different,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because like I had just like dead, dry skin all up around this elbow,
Just welding.
just from mostly hardwire, so it wasn't too bad. But every day for a while, it started to just kind of like not necessarily burn the skin, but just kind of kill it.
Yeah.
And it was bad. It smelled weird,
Yeah.
and I could just like use a stone thing with soap and just scratch off dead skin.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
skin's like tough to move.
Yeah,
Kind of
well,
Yeah.
like-
that's the thing is
Not a good idea.
welding can be dangerous in many ways.
Oh yeah.
Well, even like to property around you, like
Long term and short term.
Yeah, I mean, talk about your car.
Yeah, that that was a dumb mistake, and I learned from that. Never park close to a weld unit. I was fixing a gate, and I was putting on new hinges, and I thought the bottom one had enough meat on it. 'Cause it was a pretty big hinge, and it had a good amount of weld on it. So I took the top hinge off, thinking that the bottom one would be able to hold on to it, and I had some things holding it up and whatnot. And it just, as soon as I took that top one off, the gate fell down off the bottom one. It just completely tore it off, and it fell down, fell on me, and it fell on my car at the same time, and it broke my passenger mirror off. Well, I don't want to say luckily, but since I was underneath it as well, I saved it from going all the way down my car. It was like a
So just fell on Wyatt.
yeah, it was like a 400 or 500
Literally.
pound gate.
Yeah.
It was heavy, dude.
That's a good callback to when Wyatt was joking about having Lamborghini mirrors a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah.
That's why I have Lamborghini mirrors, because I duct tape them.
It's duct taped up. The funny thing is the light still works, and now it's just hanging.
Yeah, it's
But
just
the
hanging.
light still works when you put on your blinker.
Yeah, I got a new
Oh,
one
nice.
coming in. I think probably tomorrow.
Nice.
But yeah, that was,
As
that was
well
a
as
sad moment.
Harbor Freight welding table.
Yeah, my Harbor Freight fixture tables.
Do you guys want to talk about that a little?
Oh yeah.
I'm really nervous, but also very hopeful that that's going to be a game changer, because it's under $200.
How thick is the top? It's a
I-
fixture table.
They
so
said
It's thinner than most. I think it's 3/16.
no.
I think it's
Maybe
three-
it was 3/16. That's
it's-
pretty
I think
thin.
it's 3/16.
That's pretty thin, but I'm not looking to spend $3,500 on a fixture table.
they have them on Amazon too, apparently.
The Harbor Freight ones?
No, just similar ones. I'm trying to look so I can kind of. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so Harbor Freight titanium 36 by 24 inch modular welding table with welding fit up kit. So you have a couple different. You have 4 clamps that you can use, and like a bunch of other different types of things that you can.
We found one
Sick.
on Amazon that's just like it, and it's even cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, and
Oh, it is a fixture.
so you've got.
So
Let's see, threaded adapters, stop
Okay.
bases, magnetic rests, B-blocks, clamps, and then, let's see, I can't find,
125 is an 8.
So about an 1/8 inch.
you guys understand we're doing a podcast, right?
Sorry.
Can you shut up, dude? We're
Good lord.
talking.
Yeah, quietly, so that not into your microphones, over me. It was
Yeah,
doing
so
a
why?
podcast.
Did you, I think that's a little too thin. I think that's thinner than the Harbor Freight one.
It is thinner now.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so let's return to the podcast.
who are you?
I'm in charge.
Are you?
Uh,
You're in this podcast too?
huh.
I cannot find a thickness.
Says who?
On the Harbor Freight one?
Me just now.
On the Harbor Freight one?
Yeah, it's not saying online. Let me see.
I can pull it up. Right
Trevor's
now.
getting a little feisty.
He is getting a little feisty.
Dude, I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't actually see
It doesn't say.
Just
Interesting.
look up online how thick the Harbor Freight welding table is.
Yeah, sure.
This is real.
Great.
This is real interesting for the
Well,
Spotify listeners.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Table. Thick.
Well, in the meantime, should I like sing something? Because my phone's dead, so I can't.
You can sing whatever you want,
All right.
as
Which-
long
which
as it doesn't
4
have any
millimeters.
slurs.
What should I?
What's 4 millimeters equal
4
to?
millimeters. That's like probably an 8 to 3/16.
Probably 3/16. Oh, say.
Oh, we're running that
can
back.
you see by the dawn.
So, yeah.
Oh,
About
that's
3/16.
Well, that's decent.
I'm
But
sorry. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
the thing about the like fixture table being 3/16 is that you have those clamps that insert into the holes, And with 3/16, they may not, depending on how hard you're trying to clamp something down, it may
Might
warp.
lift the table up.
And it could warp the holes so that they get kind of reamed out eventually.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit of a concern.
But
Well, it's not a pressure fit on those. There's like a set screw that you tighten down.
It's a pressure fit.
No, is it?
I don't think
It's not a pressure fit. We'll look it up after. But I watched on a video.
It looked pretty sturdy on the video. I
It looked no.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
looked pretty sturdy, but I think it's
$170. It's a good deal.
if I remember correctly. Honestly, I think you actually have to put the clamp through and then put something on it underneath the table.
Yeah, maybe I'll have you guys come
Like
over when
sandwich it
comes
on.
in and
Yeah,
we can check it out.
we could do a little review video.
I think we could do a little review.
Yeah, we can even bring the GoPro and just put it up on video or whatever.
Yeah, for
definitely.
sure. But
Do a little hot pass review.
Yeah.
Maybe no. We no way we get sponsored by them.
You don't think so?
No.
The Hot Pass?
You think we could get sponsored by Harbor Freight?
Oh, Harbor Freight. Like that's making a joke about
No,
Hot Pass.
Harbor Freight.
I don't know if they do sponsorships
That'd be pretty
for
cool.
like anyone. It'd be cool. I don't think. I've never seen anything. Now that I think about it, sponsored by
Harbor Freight.
Maybe
Yeah.
a NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold
Well, if we have to build a NASCAR, we'll build a NASCAR.
Easy as
You
that.
gotta do what you gotta
Dude,
do.
we're welders. I got some scrap metal over there.
Let's
That's
build a-
essentially
let's
an
build a
NASCAR.
That's
dude.
essentially a NASCAR. I have some scrap.
We
Oh,
have
and
a
look,
tote
we
of
got two
NASCAR.
pieces of square tube over there
There's a
too.
wheel and tire.
Yeah. Dude, we basically have a NASCAR in this room right now.
Yeah, dude.
Just use the rest of the
Then we could
large
just go
pack
get.
out as the chassis.
Yeah.
Then we could go get one of those Harbor Freight
Dude.
crate engines.
Yeah.
Imagine big pack out chassis for like a downhill like go kart.
It'd be cool to
That
just
would
take
be
the
sick.
big pack out and like I don't know if you guys have seen, but pack out made like a new bottom with wheels and it's 6 feet,
Big toolbox.
giant. And I want to turn it into a go kart. I want to get one and put it on like a little go kart chassis and have a Milwaukee go kart.
Yeah.
I honestly
That'd be sick.
once we can build up some more money and get some more jobs flowing. I think that should be a little project that we do and just put on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff. Would you be down?
I'd be down.
With the little Harbor Freight, like Harbor Freight Predator engine.
Yeah, their engines are so
Dude,
sick.
and we split that 3 ways for the pod. That'd be super cheap to build.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like a fun
We'll
little.
put like a
And
Hot
we
Pass.
use the lid as a giant wing on the back.
Yes.
Put like Hot Pass libraries or whatever they're called.
Liveries.
Liveries.
Liveries? I don't know. I don't actually know how to say it. I've just
What's
seen it.
liveries?
It's like just like.
I think it's
sticking out.
liveries, but it's
Oh.
like decals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Libraries. Okay. No, I think that'd be pretty cool to have that and then just roll around. Just.
The battery is low on my computer again, so we'll see
Ooh.
if we have to
I
finish
told
this
you to
out.
charge you.
I did.
I told you to charge
What are we
it.
at on time?
We're at 48 minutes, not counting the other 4 from the beginning.
Yeah.
We should be good, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, worst case scenario, we have a little bit shorter podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
it is late. It is late, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are all slowly dying inside, just a
I'm
little bit
sleepy.
at a time.
Yeah, no Celsius this episode.
No.
clear.
Celsius decided not to sponsor us, so we will not be drinking their drink on the podcast anymore.
Actually, they didn't even reach out to us. So it's
Yeah, not even one email.
Yeah.
Do they know how popular we are?
I don't know.
I think we're probably right below the Joe Rogan podcast.
I think so too.
If that.
You think
Dude,
we're
probably
above
not.
them right now?
I'd say give it a couple weeks, we'd probably take him.
You think we're above them right now?
For sure.
I wouldn't say right now, but I'd say like maybe a couple weeks.
Okay.
Oh, I just thought of another like horror story, an injury sort of deal. My coworker, two of my coworkers have had this happen. Like grinding dust. They had it like get on their eyes, like on the face of their eyes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And so for both of them, they had to go into the eye doctor. They were like, why does my eye hurt so bad? They didn't know it was from the grinding dust till they went in and it had rusted on their eyes. And so they had to go in and the eye doctor had to take a small grinder and grind off the rust from the surface of their eyes.
Just wire wheel it right quick.
Yeah, he just went
That's
into
what
the
they're
4 inch
killing on
or the 4 inch flap disc.
pretty much. Yeah.
Jesus.
Isn't that just horrifying?
That
is
I would not be able to hold my eye open for that.
I feel like they would numb that whole area.
I think they'd probably put you
Probably.
to sleep for that.
No. I
They
asked.
don't.
They don't.
But I'm sure they, because I know there's a way to like make that whole area sedated.
Well, yeah, you do LASIK when you're awake.
Which is crazy.
Also insane.
Because it,
Insane to just have lasers shooting into your eyes and you're just fully awake. You're just like sitting there. Yeah, this is happening.
tell me if
I
I'm
got
wrong.
lasers shooting into my eyes.
There's no nerve endings inside your eyeball.
There's nerve ending.
Yeah.
That's
How can you feel an eyelash in your eye then?
Your eyelid.
No, because when you
No?
well, if you feel any pain in your eye, there's nerve ending. So like if you scratch your eye, if you get
Well,
flash
around
burn-
it, but in it.
I don't know about.
Yeah, because if you scratched your eyeball, because you
Okay, yeah, you're right. That was
It
a
died
stupid thing.
fast this time.
well, yeah, it's
What?
freezing cold in here.
Dang it, dude. Does
Oh.
that mean that this is not going to record the microphone audio?
No, because
No.
it's recording to my laptop. I can record it now. Oh no, I need an SD card.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Should we wrap it up then?
Yep. Might as well just do the outro on the GoPro.
Are we
Well,
gonna have
if
to
we're doing any GoPro audio, we can just record the rest.
Yeah, I guess we could just record the rest on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry everybody, laptop
Yeah.
died again.
Again.
Well, V2.
If we
We would love to plug in the laptop, but here in the studio we have one plug-in.
I'll bring
and,
a power bank next time.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
And that one plug-in has to plug into the road because the road takes so much power that it has to have the entire plug-in.
Yeah,
I
it takes a lot of power for this thing to route the microphones.
I got a pretty big power bank, so next time I'll bring it up.
All right. Well,
Hey, by the way, guys, they can fully hear you now because we're on the GoPro.
anyways, you guys want to kind of talk about how your weeks went in class?
Oh, dude, I had a killer week.
That's a pretty good week too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, I'm way ahead in all my welds now because like I got 5G up and down done quick, and now I'm
Yeah.
just refining 5G down, and I'm actually Earl's gonna let me bend test my 5G. I'm gonna get to test my 5G next week.
Yeah, I'm excited. He said the same thing for me.
Oh, I wish I could have done that.
I'm sure you'll be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and
'Cause-
Kyle are welding out that pipe
Yeah.
on Monday.
Oh, it's you and Kyle?
Yeah, I think that's gonna actually be a pretty good partner to have on there. Is gonna be Kyle.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was so fun. I did that today. So what we're doing in class is we have two flanges. We have a weld neck and then a slip-on flange. So on the weld neck, you have to do an open root 60-10 weld, which is what we've been doing in class. And then for the slip-on, it slips over, so you do a fillet weld around to weld the flange on, and then you do a seal weld on the inside. And so we partner up, so we do what's called brother-in-law welding. So you have two people, and someone strikes their arc and starts welding, and the other strikes in that puddle, and then you weld it all at the same time.
Which I thought was a blast.
Yeah.
I had so much fun doing it. I don't know why, but it was so much fun.
You and Casey did it.
Yeah, me and Casey.
How did you like it, other than like it just being fun? Like what was difficult? What was enjoyable?
Personally, because you guys know, I love downhand, just love it. That was so much fun for me because it, kind of simulated an actual scenario.
Yeah, it
being
was
out in the
really
field,
fun because of that.
doing that kind of stuff, and especially because we were using the welder generators. I thought that was especially fun. I thought they actually ran a little bit smoother than the. You didn't think so?
I had what machine did you use?
I was using the Ranger.
I was using the Trailblazer, and dude,
Oh.
that thing, I thought it was gonna be better than the Ranger because the Ranger we have at work is a lot like that, and I hate welding on the Ranger at work.
Yeah, it's not smooth.
No, but the issue I had was the Trailblazer didn't run a bad arc. The issue was it ran such a hotter arc than any of the machines we're running in
So-
class.
The thing is the Ranger also ran a way hotter arc, so I wasn't able to actually dig it into the metal like I usually do. I actually
Yeah.
had to hover it the whole time, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all because my root came out pretty slick at the same time though.
Yeah.
But it was a lot smoother. I felt like the whole time it welded way better than just the normal 220 machine did.
Really, I've had the best luck with the XMTs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they definitely weld way better than the Multimatics.
So if
But they
Just
are a fortune
for
more.
reference, when you do it on Monday, they weld hotter. And the Trailblazer, it was so hard because you couldn't adjust your dig at all.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you could. It was like 4 settings. It was soft and stiff, and you had 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you just clicked it. And so I never really figured out what I liked for 6010 or 7018 in
Yeah.
terms of the dig settings because there wasn't a whole lot of options. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna try to secure the link in.
I like Trailblazers better in general, but I don't know. I obviously haven't welded with the school's Ranger, and I just barely welded with
Looks
the
wise, the Ranger doesn't look nearly as nice as the Trailblazer does, but I thought the Ranger welded a whole lot smoother.
Did
like-
you try the Trailblazer?
Yeah, me and Casey swapped off,
Okay.
and I was like, huh,
Yeah.
that is a lot.
It seemed like Frank was having a better time with the Ranger.
Yeah, definitely.
To be fair, I never necessarily want to blame the machine unless
Yeah.
I'm like sure. Like the whatever machines that are at school that aren't the XMTs, they stick rods. I'm telling you.
Multimatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
They stick rods.
That's what I did the whole first half of the semester on.
Yeah, I know. And I never want to blame the machine. Like, there's always got to be something I'm doing different. But I know these machines stick rods, and I know there was something weird about the Trailblazer.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
The Multimatics run a lot colder, and I couldn't ever get that machine quite dialed in.
I still
I'd
can't.
have to go back and forth, changing my arc force, all that kind of stuff. Like the hot start and all that kind of stuff. It just couldn't do it the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
Which that's part of being a welder. Is you got to understand that the machine's not going to be exactly the way you want it all the time.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out how to make a good weld with a machine that you don't want.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna try to hop on that link in, and I'm honestly so excited to do that because it's just so much fun. Even us just talking about it right now makes you want to go do the welds like right now. Like
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was.
like, it makes you want to go do it right now.
Remind me to take pictures and videos of you, and you send me the ones you took.
I wish you guys took one of me.
So,
You didn't ask, dude.
A little salt. I've been asking Gavin to take one of me for a little while now.
Look at
A
this.
little salty, but not big deal.
There's this picture I took of Frank that's awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
that's
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Frank.
Frank's a hell of a welder.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just consistent.
Very,
Oh, yeah.
It's insane.
very consistent.
I love Frank.
Oh, dude, Frank's awesome.
Frank
Yeah.
is awesome.
We should try to see if we can get him on the pod one of these days.
Yeah. that'd be
I think
cool.
he'd probably come over and do the pod.
Yeah, he'd be a
He'd
pretty
enjoy
good
it.
person to have on too.
Yeah. No, we could even do a segment with him at the school.
Yeah. We
So-
have a lot of people we got.
We got to do it. We're gonna do a segment with Travis.
Yes.
So we're gonna get him soon. He could just come here because his girlfriend lives just down the
That's
street.
right, yeah.
So he said he would come over.
We need to get a mic and a chair, and that's basically it left
Yeah.
for having 4 people.
There's a chair over there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right.
Well,
I think it's about.
We're gonna have to
wrap
sing it
up.
again.
Are we gonna have to do the national anthem?
No. So what are we gonna do this time?
Spooky, scary skeleton. No, I don't know.
What's like a Halloween song?
I don't
Look
know.
at this photograph.
That's not
Nickelback.
Halloween. That's not Halloween.
It's scary.
I don't really go out to memorize Halloween songs.
Me neither. I don't know the words to Monster Mash,
Me neither.
but that's probably the most Halloween song I could.
Oh, what's that one? Purple pickle people eater.
He was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed,